What is up, everyone? Circon here, you guys. Advent calendar day 16, and it is, oh boy, the Mauerbrecher. Anyway, the Mauerbrecher, boys. It's 51 bucks for the small price of a new game. You can have this one tank before you get 4,500 gold with it, and then the good old, same old 30 days of premium account, 25 missions for times 5 XP for each victory. You get 100% crew. As per usual, garage slot as per usual. If you're gonna buy it in an in-game store, it's gonna be 11,800 gold, which is almost 42 euros. So, is this tank worth it? I absolutely do not think so. I don't even own one. Yeah, I don't have this fucking tank. I never bought it. You know why? Because... Alright, I'll show you why. Alright, we're gonna start off with 1800 DPM with a tier 9 gun, a 12.8 caliber, right? Which is pretty decent, but the dispersion is pretty horrible. And the aiming time is also not too great, it's okay. But considering you're only going to go 20 kilometers an hour, you're going to be aimed pretty well most of the time, because, well, you know, you're not going nearly fast enough to fuck with your gun handling almost. It's like the Talk 2 effect. Anyway, we have 8 degrees of gun depression, which is kind of nice, and obviously this is like a super heavy premium tank thing, which I think should never have been in the game, especially not a tier 8. It comes with 180 hull armor, 130 side hull armor, and 100 rear armor. And on the turret, we got 230, 160, and 100. It has 1700 health and a base fuel range of 400, like these super heavies tend to do. They tend to have high fuel ranges, just like the Japanese heavies. So, what are you looking at armor-wise if you want to defeat these things? I doubt you'll see many in-game, because by god, they're boring to play. Unlike the texture counterpart, this cupola is huge. Right? The texture counterpart, the VKP at tier 8, also has a cupola of sorts, but it's way less like obvious, and I think even better armored as well. So 150 there, it has 200 in the lower plate, 210, and then depending on the angle you're shooting it at, you know, if it goes around like this, still about 200. So lower plate is also always a pretty decent bet. It also actually has a weak spot on the front here, which, you know, don't get me wrong, I think this is good. More super heavy should actually have some weak spots. You know, cuff, type 5. So this is the weak spot. Low plate is the weak spot. Cupola is the weak spot. Shoot for those. GG. Alright, if you're tier 8. If you're tier 7 or below, guess what? You can go fuck yourself, because usually your base bet is a lot lower than these values. So, hey. That being said, it also obviously doesn't have preferential premium, so you're going to see tier 10s almost every other game until matchmaking changes come in. Which is not fun either. You're only going to go 20 kilometers an hour. You're a super heavy tank, so you only work on a couple of maps, like Ensk and Himmelsdorf, that's about it. That's your feeding ground. If you spawn in on Melanovka and whatnot, just like most other slow super heavies, you're just fucked. And this doesn't, thank the Lord, this doesn't get like a crazy HE gun, because that would be freaking terrible. It has 65 pendo with 630 HE, so you can sometimes pull something off there, because you are going to meet a lot of Scorpions during this month because of the garage bonus, and they're in the gift boxes, so that is kind of nice, I guess. If you're gonna fully kit it out though, if you're really eager to play it and you have a really dank crew with all the bells and whistles, then this is pretty much what you're looking at. Still not above 2200 DPM, which, I mean, it's a super heavy tank. That's fine, right? It shouldn't be like 3000 or something. Tank reserves of only 21, and yeah, you have almost 500 fuel range because you start off at 400. And running it with food and everything, so that's pretty crazy. And you don't have to run it with optics, by the way. I think you could actually definitely go with ventilation just because of the 400 base view range. So a lot of people, obviously, this is Roto Tank's equipment options in a nutshell. If you have enough view range to run vents, run vents. If you don't have enough view range, run optics. And then this is always a gun rammer. This is always first step, so. Yeah, I can't say I recommend this tank. I don't even own it, so it's kind of like, yeah, why would I recommend the tank I wouldn't even fucking buy myself? So this is definitely a no-buy from me, brother. Especially at these prices are pretty crazy. You can find more fun tier 8s to play that might not be German super heavies, but a lot more fun to play at the 20 to 30 euro mark. So you can buy 2 of them. And yeah, that's about it, really. That is day 16 already. Man, time flies, dude. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in. Back tomorrow with day 17. Thank you for the support. I'll catch you guys later.